What's up, guys? I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be doing a, I guess, Zarya gameplay guide. Um, yeah, I just figured I played a bit of Zarya in quick play. The the elo of these games is probably like around Masters. Usually, when I like do videos or whatever, I would use quick play stuff for clips or like showcasing mechanics or something. I usually try to make sure that the range of the games are pretty high, like at least high diamond plus, which is usually the case. I think in backfill sometimes it'll just throw you in like gold lobbies, but like straight out of the gate games, generally speaking, I rarely see people that are like lower than masters in my games, right? Unless I get backfilled or someone's like duoing with like lower ranked players, so, because yeah, regardless, just to ensure that there's like a baseline level of quality and like just kind of showcase that yeah, just to ensure that there's like some serviceable competition, right? um yeah, so I figured I'd do this. I don't really have like a ton of time on Zarya, even though she's probably my third most played tank, right? I mean, I'm just doing this in comparison to like my playtime on Hog, which I have a lot of. Yeah, I mean, Zarya, in my opinion, is just really easy. Well, she's easier than Hog, in my opinion, considerably. Um, Basically, on Zarya, your primary concern is ensuring that you can get charge early in fights and then wait for your bubbles and then start to push forward, right? I see a lot of people in Zarya struggle to get charge, right? Um, and or waste their bubbles too close to the enemy team, right? So Zarya is kind of awkward, like Hog, in the sense that a lot of people will think she's a brawl tank, but in my opinion, she's really more so a poke tank, right? You have to really kind of keep rotating and putting yourself in like cooldowns or like damage lanes to get charge on your bubbles, right? And then play kind of at your max range, like around the 12 to 15 meter mark, where you're doing full damage to like everyone, especially enemy tanks, but they're not even, some tanks like won't even be able to hit you at all, right? So yeah, and Zarya also really benefits from like forcing angles, just like Hog and Sig, right? With a lot of like brawl tanks, you just really can just run straight into people and just overwhelm them just because your numbers are better. Zarya is not the case, right? If you try to do that on Zarya, right, you're just gonna explode. I mean, it's really that simple. Um, yeah. So early on in fights, you really want to be trying to get your bubble charge up, right? And to do this, you want to be, like I said, looking for people to commit cooldowns, like, you know, Sojourn's Disruptor Shot or Bastion's Grenade or, just like general spam like Fire Rockets or Junkrat Mines, right? Um, yeah, just looking for stuff like that, just early on. You want to get your charge as high as possible as soon as possible, right? Just so you can start pumping out damage and forcing people away. Because a low charge, you're almost completely useless, right? I mean, I think you do like 80 or 90 DPS, which is like not very good. I mean, if you like hard push a squishy, you'll kill them still, but like since you have no mobility or no super good mobility, you're pretty frail. If you just try to run it down, you'll just die, right? So yeah, and once you have your charge, you want to be building up your bubbles so you can actually like take space afterwards, right? So I'll showcase a few games here, right? Yeah, and just I get like counter swapped in every game. I actually played a bit or before this, obviously, but my internet was really bad, so I was just kind of like stuttering and lagging out a bit. So, yeah, which is another reason why this isn't quick play, right? My internet kind of sucks right now, or it has for a while. So, um, yeah, I don't really feel like lagging and crashing out of a competitive game. Oh, anyways, yeah, he was originally on Sigma. A lot of people say Sigma is like bad in Zarya. I don't necessarily agree. If you like anyone can be good in Zarya if you just manage, or if you keep track of her bubbles well and like punish her over stuff. Unfortunately, these people are too far away for me to like actually help our Genji with his blade, right? And the Winston's is kind of holding us to choke, so I have to get rid of this guy before I start walking, right? Unfortunately, we have like a Widow, so and like our DPS is kind of low, so it's gonna take a while for us to get rid of this Winston. But I just have to do it because if I just try to run in against like their backline, right? I think the Bastion may have also swapped from something else. But regardless, if I just try to run into their backline, right, they're not particularly easy to get charge off of, and I can just like insta die against the Bastion, for example. So I really gotta get this guy out of here. Just by using the fact that my Genji's in, distracting his backline, right? And doing my best just to burn him down while he's not getting healed, right? So. Oh, another thing on Zarya, ammo conservation is very important, right? You run out of ammo very quickly, and it just kills your DPS because your reload's pretty lengthy, right? So, yeah, make sure before you like peek corners, you're fully loaded, right? You just want to maximize your DPS. I probably didn't need that grab, but I just wanted to ensure like he can't move and he's like a really easy target for my team, right? Because if he's like able to duck in behind cover or something, there's a chance he doesn't get shot. But if I grab him in the open, right, it momentarily messes up his movement, right? And therefore it messes up his aim a bit. And it also makes it impossible for my team to miss him, right? So, yeah. Can't help my Widow there. Right, my Genji's going in. Being rid of the pylon, right? I'm going in afterwards. You can see on Zarya, right, when people, my tracking honestly is not that good. Probably not even, probably not even above average, really. But you see my target priority is like really good. And when a better target arises, I'm like almost instantly able to just like make the decision to swap to someone else, right? Like this Ayari uses her outburst and she's like far away, but this Ashe, I get the read that she's just literally ignoring me and just running forward, right? And she's also low, right? So I just instantly change targets just to get the free kill on the Ashe. Here, right. I see the Mega's gone here. I kind of get stuck on the whatever, unfortunately. I want to get out of this room because even though like the Winston's not going to solo kill me, if I get nuked by the Bastion, I'll die, right? Because he can just body block me if he's fast enough in this window, and I'll just get stuck in and die. Fortunately, my life lever could just pull me away too. But like I'd rather take my chances in the open against the Bob, the healing, and the Winston than just get stuck in the room and get like shot. So like you could think I would stay cart, but really that's not the play here, because if I stay cart, I let the enemy team peek me for free and just blow me up, right? Like when they have the Bastion, he can just literally shoot both my bubbles and kill me, like if I'm in the open, right? So what I do is I force an angle for my team and come down right here, right? So like I'm perfectly safe from the people above. Ideally, or whatever, should be in like this room to create another angle, but that's okay, and more cover. But when I play down here, you see if people want to shoot me, they have to come all the way over here and like drop down, which I'm sure you can see is an absolute troll, right? So like I can't stop the Winston from walking, like we just don't have the damage to do so unless he like gets insta-killed, which is like exceedingly unlikely. So I want to split from my team, but like still be an LOS on my Weaver, right? If I play here, I can still get healed, you see, pretty well, right? Or I can just rotate around cart. And if I really need to, I can walk out here, which like if they want to peek me still, they have to like do this and look straight down. Yeah, and when the Winston jumps down, like he has nowhere safe to stay, right? If I sit on this side of the payload, he can just perpetually sit here and there's nothing my team can do. But if I rotate over here, right, I have an ability to shoot the Winston here. If someone else drops, right, they just get free killed. So it's very small. See, like I'm instantly moving to this angle. It's a very like small positional tip, right? But it's very important, right? You see, like I notice this Iari's beam is like falling, so like the only way that happens is if he drops down to me, right? You'll catch people making mistakes like this, right? So I move out too early. I also want to keep my charge high. So it's only a matter of time, right? I'm literally just not moving because I don't need to, right? You see this all the time. Like a lot of tanks, especially in lower ranks, will just randomly move out here. At first, I didn't know the Ashe was up there, right? Which is kind of why I extended first. But I also had bubbles and I was fairly healthy, so like I could afford to. But once I see the Ashe is up here, I don't want to give her value, right? I just literally walk over here so she can't shoot me at all and just get rid of the monkey in point, right? So. I can't help my Genji there. I think I have the perk where, yeah, it does bonus grab damage. I think that's generally the better perk. Here, no bubble, right? I can't really do anything. I have a bubble, so I'm going to try to greet it, right? I know my Genji's with me, and if I need to take cover, right, because the Bastion doesn't have speed, I can literally just do this, right? Just literally walk to the left. Their backline isn't too threatening, like, whatever, Lifeweaver Yari aren't going to be able to, like, rush me or, like, damage dump me super well. So as long as I play cover decently well and maintain a good distance, you can see, like, when the Bastion dies, like, you can see I'm in that, like, 12 to 15 meter range, right? I'm near cover. I'm also, like, at a good range with my primary fire rate. That just allows me to really safely kill the Bastion. I want it back here, right? I can't really extend now that the entire team's there. I know we're like up the Bastion, but we're also, I mean, I didn't even know we had 2 on cart, but at the very least, we have 1 on cart, which means, and I know it's the Weaver because I'm not getting healed. I can't afford to like aggress super far beyond this corner, right? Right now, I just have to hold this corner, wait for them to overextend, see if I can push them with the bubble. See, I'm literally just doing nothing. I see this Zarya use her thing, try to see if I can get her, but she goes too far, right? But you see, by playing this cover here and trying to punish the Ahri for using her cooldowns, right? I like don't take any damage because I'm so close to natural cover, and I bait the Winston and jump in because I start taking damage, and he wants to like put pressure off his team, right? So yeah, and now because he does that, like all of his team's cooldowns are fools, right? So I have to just play really aggressively, right? No life grip, and I know because like I'm so high charge, right? Where is my charge? Can you even see it in the replay? That's odd. I guess not. Or regardless, right? I'm high charge. You can tell by the the visual effects or whatever. Petal will not be like fast enough for him to save his team, just because the Genji's also with me, right? And I just do so much damage. He has to like pretty much predict that I'll do that. So I just bubble this guy, right? I don't want him to randomly die. Pushing my Weaver, just jumps into the venture. He dies, but we do have res, so. I'm just gonna push card. I want to cap out as soon as possible, right? Unfortunately, my charge is gonna decay no matter what, so I'm just like banking on the fact that my Genji will be able to play forward. Get out some charge, right? This guy used all of his cooldowns, right? No bubble. I'm just gonna zap him, force him away. Try to get on the back line here a little. See, I'm keeping off literally like 3 of their team, so my team is just able to like free engage the DPS, right? So maybe a little overextended there, but we have all of our cooldowns, so like it's okay. Right? I overextend. I have the thing where it like pierces people. I think that's also generally speaking the better perk to get. You see, I'm being pretty patient around these corners, right? Like, if I can't do anything, I'm not trying to just run in the open and force something to happen the vast majority of the time. Well, I wouldn't say, like, ever, right? There are opportunities where I try to peek a little, and if they're just too far, I just immediately back off. But if nothing's happening, right, I'm just playing my corner and just waiting for them to walk up, right? Like, I can damage jump the tank if I have nothing else better to do. I'm a little patient with grab. I see 3 of them there, and I just do it right. I pressure the Reaper away from the front line first. Forcing out his Wraith is a bonus, but I'm more or less trying to force him away so I can just keep walking for free, right? Because I can pretty much ignore this Winston, right? He's never going to kill me alone. So, unfortunate. I should have bubbled that guy. No one else shoot, so. I forced Primal. You see, I'm not going to sit here and like keep extending to fight this Winston, right? Because there's literally nothing I can do. I mean, I can't chase this Venture super well, so I might as well just turn around and get ult charge off the Winston and burn him. He's kind of trolling. He can't kill anyone right now. 2 supports alive. He just gave me like 25 ult charge. Here again. I know this guy's super weak, right? I saw after Primal he was like maybe like 300 HP. So if he's like sitting in the middle of my team, like he's actually trolling, right? He also has no support, so I can just keep pressuring his back line. See, right? I'm not walking into the Reaper, right? I'm pretty much at my effective range when I was sitting here, and he was sitting all the way back here. He can't walk because I'm just peeking the corner wide, or like at a range, and he's making the mistake of just engaging me, where he does like 0 damage, right? I can just popping ults, right? Nothing I can really do, unfortunately. Trying to beam this guy, right? I see I force bubble. I'm just out, right? It's gonna take too much of my arm or my ammo and too much of my like attention to destroy the bubble to keep shooting the Winston. So instead of like just sitting in the corner and like trying to break the bubble and putting myself in like 5 people's LOS, I'm just immediately rotating away with bubble to try to catch someone like overextended on the flank. See, by doing that, I literally force their entire team, right? This Winston's continually making the mistake of like jumping in without bubble. I know I have grip here, so I don't have to worry too much about that. Again, holding the corner, you see I already have grab. It's been like a fight and a half, and I already have grab, just because this Winston's allowing me to farm him so much, right? He's just like taking this bad trade for him, where he's just continually zapping me, and just giving me charge, and then also giving me ult, right? Again, I see for real. Just going. Yeah, I was seeing if the I actually haven't played Zarya since the perks got released. I was seeing if the thing would go through shields. It does not. It does go through people, right? You see, I'm consistently rotating away when they use cooldowns in one lane and just making these really quick, like flank rotate, or not flanks, these really fast off angles to try to catch someone on the back line. Right? If I can ignore the tank, I'm going to do it like every single time. I have 2 bubbles in high charge, so I'm just going to catch them in the choke. Right? Just standing still so they literally can't move. Right? Kind of BM, but not really. See, this guy literally can't do anything, so I killed his entire team. So. Yep. I'll do a few more games. Actually, I'll do this one next. I normally zoom through this, but again, the replay viewer is still having some issues.
Particle cannon online. Let's run them over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll keep it. Yeah, so game plan here, basically the same, right? I see they're already here. I don't want to take an immediate engage into them, right? I'm just going to try to farm some charge in this choke, right? If I run straight in and just try to mirror them, they have better sustain than we do, right? They have Brig Juno, and we only have Zen heals, right? So I'm trying to like extend the fight as long as possible to give my Zen multiple opportunities to like just consistently pump out damage and get like intro damage from me to walk forward, or like get picks or something like that. And I also have to wait to get my charge in this, right? Like I don't want to just run straight in. See, I'm holding onto my bubbles. I let myself get knifed in, right? You see, like they try to aggress, but I'm just consistently running away, right, and forcing them to be in my team's LOS if they want to keep chasing me. I see this guy's overextended, and I have bubbles, so I'm just pushing him. If that engagement went on any longer, and like we were consistently getting stuffed in this choke, what I would have done is rotated what my Mei did, and taken this longer angle here, right? So I could like force the enemies that were going to be like in this position here ish, right, to like have to keep backing away because they can't run into me because I'm like playing my max range, right? So unfortunately, I can stop that. I'm shooting the queen here because she's way easier to hit than the whatever Juno. So okay, you can see the charge this game. I don't know why it didn't work last time. Kind of a bad bubble by really. Whatever. It happens sometimes. You see, I'm not extending, but I'm rotating back. See, they're making the mistake of walking forward without their tank, right? They have literally no reason to be here. I guess maybe like that damage baited them to walk forward, but I think there's like autopiloting, right? I see this guy. I don't want to get walled, so I'm just back. I tried to get charge off the wall, but he like instantly broke it. Here, if I had bubbles sooner and the wall was a bit better, I might try to walk behind him. I think I'd do it later this match, right? Again, right? I have bubble, I have high HP, and they're already down one of their DPS, so I can afford to like try to like go for a play and trade out my Genji, right? Yeah, so pretty risk-free play there. It is really mobile. I didn't expect both of my supports to be distracted by their Sojourn. Honestly, I probably should not be taking a fight in this room anyways. I just thought with the Zen Discord on their tank, I'd be able to like burn them down easily. Okay. Overextend there really is my fault, but it was just a poor place to, and that's kind of why, like, fundamentally, I don't want to be taking engagements at like that really close range. You see, even though I was high charge, I mean, granted, my supports probably should have healed me too, but like they're just winning the sustain war just because like actual like brawlier tanks are way tankier, right? Like Hazard isn't really like a super brawl tank, but he's just better in the brawl matchup than I am.
Objective is under attack.
And you see, I don't want to peek the Sojourn at this range. I won't get any charge off of her, so I'm immediately walking up in a way where it puts me really, like, not super close, but quite close. Right? I'm trying to extend here to get charge, right? My team can easily break the wall, so. Here, I'm rotating away. You see, like, they're all there. I'm just rotating to try to look for an opportunity, first and foremost, to get charge, actually. I want them to shoot me, because at, like, low charge, I'm just kind of useless, so. I don't know what this Kitsune rush is. Oh, well. So you have an opportunity to get charge. Now that I'm high charge, and I'm about to come up on a bubble, I'm looking to, like, go for a threat here, right? So you see the Juno, right? It's perfectly okay just to solo ult people. Yep, Fireflies into it. See, just playing cover here, right? This guy wants to engage on me. I'll fight him 1v1, right? I'm already at high charge, and I can get double tank now. So, here I was looking potentially to go flank them, but since my team wasn't engaged, right? What I was thinking is that their Sojourn would be positioned up top somewhere, and I could catch her on a rotation, but she's like bottom for some reason. And since my team's fighting, right, I just figured I'd have to. See, I'm coming up on bubble. I'm willing to try to push that guy, right? See, I'm perfectly safe. I get solo ulted, right? I turn away so he can't headshot me. Commits with no block. I thought he was dead, that's why I just stopped shooting. As far as overextended, right? No reason to be playing that range. Yeah, I don't expect this Sojourn still to be lower. It's crazy, she's still down here. No clue why positioning her Sojourn. No slide, so I'm just gonna walk straight into it, right? She's probably like a second or two away from it there. Yep, exciting stuff, right? I expect my team to be a bit faster. I think the spawn was just awkward. Here I see this guy is using all of his block, and like no one's helping him shoot the wall. And I have a bubble, so I'm just gonna literally walk behind him and just burn his back, right? I think I killed Soch here, right? She's overextended again. Oh god, no. Okay, my Genji gets her. Get the Pharah overextended, right? Looking for this guy. I see he fades away, so I'm just in. Here, I see they swap Mercy, and I'm thinking that they'll maybe go for the res, but I think based on my positioning that there's no way they try to do that, and they get the res anyways, but it's okay. Because my entire team's on point, I don't really want to fight out here for too long. Like, I was fighting out there earlier, just because, like, their tank was dead, right? And I had bubbles to push, so. You see this guy, I see that this guy is low, right? And I'm at decent charge, right? But I also have 2 bubbles, so I'm using the fact that this guy is low to, like, push my punch. And I should have said I made a mention of the fact that I reloaded there because I wanted all my ammo for like the actual engagement. I don't know what that was. I think that was lag. I might have accidentally. I think. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I was hitting tab and I accidentally hit Q. Yeah. Just check what I said. Like, yeah, I'm trying to look to get on the Moira. Oh well. See, I'm shooting the Moira first, so she's forced to fade away. I can just immediately kill the hazard afterwards. So, probably overextended a little bit here. See, I'm just playing my cover. Bubble, I don't want to give her rail for free. Right? Also want to keep my charge high. I know they don't have any ults because they used them all last fight. I'm fine to take the fight here because we're up in numbers, right? And I know the Mega's there too, so. No clue what this Mercy's doing. Just gonna lure sit in the doorway, unfortunate. Just I was sitting in the doorway just so they couldn't leave. I'm trying to get an angle to help my soldier. I don't know why he's like all the way behind that close, but that's okay. Oh well, happens sometimes. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I need to bubble anyone or anything like that. See, instantly on the Moira, forcing her away. Once she's away, I can start my chance hazard. I'm trying to keep myself at a different angle from my team, just so he can't block every direction. So right now I have like literally no fear, because it's a 2v4 there. So he's like, it's impossible for him to kill me there. Unfortunately, they keep getting like. When they lose and they die, they're getting spawns closer to the point. Like the points keep like spawning across the map, so it's really quite difficult to like get to point in time, right? You see, I'm shooting the Mercy. I force out Valk. I just start ignoring her, right? She's like impossible to kill with Valk. See, this guy's low. He's being spammed by the Vara, so 3 bubble. See, I'm changing targets a lot, right? You see, I'm shooting the Ramatra. 1, I don't really have a better target right now, and 2, because I'm just looking to force out his cooldowns, right? I see he uses his punch form, and yeah, and now he's gonna have a hard time. Well, I should say, I get him to use his punch form when he's all the way over here, and he gets no value if he just punches me, right? Like, I just get tanked and I'll never die. So he's forced to use it over here, and he has to run all the way over here, which is like 2 to 3 seconds where he gets literally no value from using it, right? So, yeah, I'm just shooting tanks as long as I need to and looking for better opportunities. Yep, 2 P4 stacked, right? And I'm kind of forcing him around based on my positioning, right? It's kind of allowing me to set up these easy grabs where I just get multiple people, right? Again, overextended. Just gonna run it. Uses her slide. Looking for the bar, right? I have no clue what this guy's doing. I think he's a little upset. You see, this is a problem. I don't play with a headset, so I can sometimes lose people because I can't hear them. There's a lot of other stuff. And I'm too close. That's probably one of the reasons I like pro characters. Try to greed for the Sojourn a bit there because I know they're 2 down. I didn't expect my team to be so far back, but then again, it's probably not the best idea to force a fight out here. This guy uses punch mode early. I have a bubble, so like I'm perfectly fine to do that. Right? Here, I'm expecting Mercy to res. I don't want to show myself right now to see if they just overextend again. Right? You can see literally by doing nothing. They just continuously overextend, and it just puts them in range where I can now easily beat them, right? Vara's too close to cover, just swap targets, she comes back out, and I just start shooting. So we're taking back, right? I'm gonna make sure my Mei lives. I think she has ice block. I don't want her to ice block though in that open, right? If she ice blocks here, she's too far away from cover and she just gets like rushed and she'll die afterwards. So I just want to help her get away without having to use her ice block, right? Because I'm fine if I use the block. I'm near cover, right, and I can get pocketed really well. So again, I have bubble, so I can do this, right? This guy just runs in and just uses his or punch mode really early. So I just sit behind him, kill him really easily. Oh, I guess that's that game. Right, and okay, this is a decent one.
Ready for battle.
Hopefully this doesn't crash. Okay, thank God.
Ready for battle.
Yep, saying stuff, just walking forward. I think if I really wanted to, I could like right-click jump off that, or onto those boxes or whatever. Get to the fight a little faster. So I really don't think Zarya is that good in the Malga. It's really easy for him not to give you charge. The only way he does if he just like is not paying attention or he just stomps you. That being said, the problem with Malga is like he's kind of like Bastion, where he can just like damage dump you and you can just like explode incredibly quickly, right? Yeah. But as a plus side, if he lets you get the high charge, you can start like trading to him favorably because you win the extended duels. Once you're already at high charge and you're playing near cover, right? Because like it's just more consistent for you to be able to hit him than it is for him to hit you because like you have the smaller hitbox. You can force him into the open more easily because like your effective range is a bit better, and you have bubbles to like stop his overdrive lifesteal, right? So gives me an easy charge. If this venture didn't boot me, I would have killed the whatever. You can see he's like incredibly low. That's a really well-timed boot by the venture. Unfortunate, right? I want to play cover here, no bubbles. You see my tracking isn't the best, but this venture uses all their cooldowns, so right, just run in and kill. I actually don't notice this Sojourn jump me for some reason, but I have to get away anyways because I have no bubbles and I'm half health. I really should have bubbled my Anna there because she was in the open, but you can see, right, I'm unkillable if I keep my Anna alive, and my Kiri's also not going to die here, right? She's like in decent cover, so I'm trying to like go in front of the Malga just so like he's forced to like shoot me or like have an impossible time trying to shoot my my Anna, right? So I see this guy jumps in, free kill, right? Should have been faster, but you can see like when you don't have to move, literally don't move. Like I'm trying to make the aiming as easy as possible for me by just standing still and just focusing on my aim, right? And I don't have to move right now because I'm not getting shot. And I know based on my positioning, it's impossible for me to get shot by anyone by the Sojourn, right? So don't make things harder for yourself than they have to be. Right? I know that Lucio's in my backline. I'm really getting rid of the Anna. More of a problem.
Good try.
You know, I'm playing a bit forward. This is something I do in Hog too, right? Hog, obviously, you can just like play forward and someone overextends, you insta kill him, right? On Zarya, I kind of want to keep my charge high by like continuously keeping that. So I wait. You can see I wait till I'm already like taking some health damage, and then like bait them into like I guess overextending on their primary fire, right? Like they're not gonna be paying attention. They think I'm just like sitting in the open for no reason. But I'm trying to take damage to like bait them into not paying attention so I can get a charge off of them more easily, right? I know they're close, so I don't want to get charge off this thing, right? I want to save my bubbles because I'm already high charge, right? I want to be able to actually push. I know this guy's overextended too, by the way, right? Which is one of the reasons I'm playing up here, right? Because I know that Anna is still coming back from spawn. He's peeking too early, right? I just know based on the timings of like the spawns and just like a good amount of honestly playing Hog, right? Just so you have to get like these timings down of when knowing when to engage so you can get like these stagger kills, right? So, unfortunate. Because I can't kill him, I'm kind of in a bad spot right now because I wasted all my bubbles. And I let the Sojourn take top left. Kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I just died here. I actually couldn't hear that guy. Unfortunate. And that's kind of the problem with playing Zarya and Amalga. Like, if they just rush you, you're just gonna die. Honestly, my Genji probably shouldn't have fed either, but that one's on me, right? I just kind of over chased Amalga. And I was just like off by like a second, right? Unfortunately, it happens. My teammate shouldn't be taking this duel. That's okay. My Genji kind of carries, gets 2 picks, but this is not enough to turn the fight. I know the Mog is lower, I know he's charging out. So I'm going to peek now, because I know the Mog is positioning. It's like too far away, and he doesn't have charge. And I expect him to be low, because he's just fighting my team. I'm trying to like see if I can like do something. But you can see like, they're just too far, and I don't want to play too extended. So I'm just going to wait for my team here. Waiting for my team. See, I see my team stepping up. I know my DPS is going to be back really soon, so I'm just stalling it down there. This is a really bad bubble. I don't know what that was. See, I already blew a bubble, so I can't walk because I'd be walking in with 1 bubble and like no charge. So I'm just gonna play slow, right? Just use the disruptor shot to build charge. Wait for my bubbles. Cause I don't really have another choice, right? See, this Sojourn top left is gonna be a problem. So I'm just gonna make the rotation into her, right? You see, she's like playing an angle too far away from me to do anything. So I'm just taking this angle here, right? All I have to do is force her out. I don't have to kill her. See, once I force her out, I've already accomplished my goal, right? Now, my team can take any positioning they want on this side of the map, right? On high ground and near cover when their entire team is forced in the open, right? And you can see like this Mog is making the mistake of just peeking my Hanzo for no reason. And that's one thing, like against Maga, right? He's really only good at like farming the enemy tank, unless he's like really close to like your squishies. So if he's just sitting in the open and like taking damage for no reason, he's just gonna like set himself up to get him. Here, right, getting charge off the thing. Yeah. Looking for my Genji. I know this guy doesn't have shout, so I'm just gonna walk into him. He runs out. Nothing I can really do about that. I know these people are on low on cooldowns and low on HP. Their Ana isn't back yet again. He's overextended again. So you see this guy is like, he's getting healed now. But I have both my bubbles and I'm high charge. So I'm confident that I can just live whatever he does. This guy kind of trolls, right? I still have a bubble. And he's LOSing himself from his Ana, right? Which is partially why I'm taking the engage here, right? The Ana, if I engage on the left here, right? You see how far away the Ana is, right? The Ana has a much better sight line to the people fighting here than she does if they fight down here, right? Like, she has to come all the way out here. Honestly, she has to come, like, all the way over here just to heal him. Because there's just too many corners on this map for her to be, like, consistently healing him, right? He's just, like, committing with no HP for no reason. I probably shouldn't have grabbed this, but I just want to guarantee this guy dies. I should have bubbled. In theory, it's okay. I don't want to fight. You see, I'm weak and I know bubbles, so. They overextend, force him away, right? I know I forced him off that angle, so I'm gonna go peek me. No slide. I don't want to get slept, so I just bubble there. Okay, that's one thing with bubble. Where you don't want to waste like that's one opportunity where like you won't get charged from bubbling to sleep, obviously. I mean, you'll get like 1. But you just don't want to get slept because it leaves yourself open to like getting instant killed afterwards. Saving my backline. You see when they swap dive, I'm gonna be like swap to like dive characters, I'm probably gonna be bubbling my teammates more so than I bubble myself, right? Just because it's easier for me to get charged when they aren't engaging on me, obviously, right? So this guy's overextended, right? I know he's not gonna have a sleep fight yet. My aim was better. I literally just got back right there. My aim was better than Ana would have died. But you still see, even though I'm not killing anyone here, I'm still forcing this ball to fight my team 1v3. And he has literally no help, right? I'm keeping off literally the entire team, right? I mean, I can't stop the Lucio. But yeah, and I'm safe to do so because like they're just playing at such an angle. I can't really like, they can't really use it. Shooting away the ball. This guy overextends. Booped all over the place. It's hard to name. This guy's not paying attention. Probably not the best bubble. No, I do some damage. You see his pump. I rush in. This guy's still no slide. This guy's low. No open, so I'm just bubble. He doesn't die. I see Ana uses her cooldowns, so free engage. Go. Alright, speeding through this.
Score 1-0.
You see, like, I'm making a lot of decisions positionally, where even if I don't have the best mechanics, just me standing in specific spots is just very valuable, right? It puts pressure on the right people at the right time, so my team has like absolutely no pressure, right? Like my team isn't gonna die against a solo ball. If they do, like I don't know what to say. I'm just like guaranteed to lose the game if my team's consistently dying to a solo ball and he doesn't ult, right? Like there's like nothing I can do to win that game. Unfortunately that like never happens, right? This is not realistic. Here, so yeah, I'm gonna make a full dive rush swap, which is kind of problematic. For Zarya, right? Two of my teammates are dead. Yeah, this fight is impossible to win at this point, so I'm trying my best to kill someone that's not the Winston. See, at this point, my entire team is absolutely stand still and die. My DPS makes some good swaps, right? I think Reaper, characters like Reaper and Genji and even Tracer and Bastion sometimes, or Echo, that's another big one, I don't know why I didn't think of that, are really good pairings with Zarya, because you can afford them to go very aggressively on like people if you save bubbles for them. You get like the benefit of getting a lot of charge and giving them a lot of extra space to use, right? Especially like Reaper also helps you on the front line a lot, which Zarya can struggle with a lot too, right? So like he can basically be unkillable if he cycles his Fade and bubbles in your bubbles as well. And he can put a lot of damage pressure on like the opposing tank. So you see this guy's going in without Fade, so I'm just gonna bubble him, right? I don't know what's there, so. I see they're too far, right? They have nothing to do, except shoot this guy away. I bubble here, like I'm not gonna get much charge against the Winston, but I'm expecting like the Venture or the Tracer also to be like trying to like just coordinate the dive with Winston, right? Therefore he's gonna take a lot more burst, and that just doesn't happen. Right, overextends, dies. Bubble was a little late. I just didn't want her to eat a random like dart from the Ana and die, or just some random spam die. Kind of a terrible bubble, right? It's only the Winston. I don't know why I did that. I'm getting a little creative, right? I'm gonna put myself in unexpected spots. This is something I do all the, well, I won't say all the time on Hog. This is something I do frequently on Hog, right? When people turn the corner, they're just instinctively not going to be looking up there for like a tank, especially a Hog, right? So sometimes it'll be like just like fixated on this corner or like this angle here, and like just walk in kind of like half distracted and just be, oh no, there's a Hog there, get hooked in and die, right? I mean, yeah, not something very important on Zarya, right? Here I try to right click jump on this side, right? Just because one, you know, the style points, and two, I can also make it over here and help my Reaper, right? Yeah, that's the primary reason. Yeah, I'm not bubbling, right? No reason to. I'm not gonna get any charge. I'm getting spammed by the soldier, so I bubble. The Brig's taking some fire, right? Baits the Winston to overextending, right? I just insta kill him. You see, I see the sleeps used, but I don't want to just run in because I want to make sure no one's pressuring my backline. So I just quickly turn around to make sure everything's good, and then I keep walking in afterwards, right? What a mistake a lot of people would see is like they use all their cooldowns, and we'll like get a pick. We'll trade a pick for all of our cooldowns, right? And they'll just walk in too fast, overextend, and die because they haven't like waited to stabilize for like some of their cooldowns to come back online. And it's, yeah, overextend and die. And like being a bit more patient sometimes is very valuable. So this guy's ulting. I don't want to be eating random spam. He can still die because he can't really move. See, I can hear the Venture here. Yeah, nothing else is going on, so it's generally pretty easy. So, really good boot by my break. Kind of funny. I wouldn't normally be doing this aggressively, right? Because I can get isolated very easily, and like I don't have a good way of getting charge against her comp, especially without the Venture, right? That's like my primary target for getting charge on myself. So I'm just playing here so I can try to help my Reaper to see what he's gonna do, right? I'm primarily focused on him. Probably didn't need to run away, but I just don't want him to die, right? If I have the opportunity to save him, I'll use a bubble to save him. Again, trying to look at my Reaper. I'm putting too much emphasis on trying to look at this Reaper. I know he has his fade, and he's probably at most fighting a soldier, even though like no one should be in that area, right? The soldier was left side, so yeah, I should have just been paying more attention, but it's okay. I expected that guy to be eating more spam. Not a great bubble. But you can see I have my cover here, right? I'm playing right here where they can't get shot by the people high ground, like the soldier and Anna, right? I guess I don't know where he was, right? And I'm also playing in rush now, right? So I get my bubbles back. You see, I can just easily break LOS of whoever's shooting me just by rotating this way, right? Ventures over here, I just literally do this, right? And it's really hard for them to keep chasing me. I see my Torb's getting like hugely dove, so just save him with a bubble, right? I see. Oh, I will say, like, I was shooting the Winston, the Force Primal, right? Once he primals, I just stopped shooting him, right? I have much better targets in the two squishies that are on my Torb than like the Primal Winston, right? He's just never gonna die, right? Once I see the Ana's too far away, right? Just playing cover, so I can't get shot in the back by that. Probably should have saved the bubble for my break there. It's okay. Here again, I know she is asleep. I just don't want to sleep. Yep, and just clean up there. Alright, well, I hope someone finds this kind of quick-ish, maybe not, guide helpful or useful or interesting or something like that. Yeah, I hope this helps.